Gotta tap in with college football. Y'all know this every week, real quick. Get to the little NCAA corner. Should teams take for Caleb Williams or Drake Maye? In my personal opinion, I don't think either one of these quarterbacks should be tanked for. Give me MPJ, Michael Penix Jr. Yes, sir. I'm taking him.
Yikes.
I mean, you're not necessarily wrong. I think that was a fair point, but I think I'm sorry. I was reading. I'm thinking about the notes we were talking about. Yeah, no. I'm going Drake May. I'm still going Drake May, but Michael Penix Jr. is probably a solid, safe choice as well. Caleb Williams struggles against good defenses as we've seen the last 2 weeks. So, and I mean, I don't want to say struggled against Colorado, but when the game was on the line, they made adjustments. He started to stifle a little bit. So I like Drake May and I like Michael Penix Jr. in both situations. I almost want to say I like Bo Nix more. No, I don't really like Bo Nix more than Caleb Williams, but Caleb's better figure it out. And USC said that they might. I think the rumor is they may sit him for the rest of the season now that they're probably going to not have a chance of getting into the playoff. So, hey man, Caleb,
He's
keep
coming
your
back,
stock.
bro. He's not going to Chicago. He's not going to go to
Hey
Chicago,
man,
so he'll stay. I'm telling you now, bro.
if he stays and he ends up getting hurt or
That's
he,
on him. That's on him, and he know that. But once again, I'm telling you now, he's not going to Chicago, bro. Like I'm looking at a slated mock draft, and when was this published? This was published 10 minutes ago, 2 days ago. Currently, they got the mock draft as of current. They got Chicago at 1 taking Caleb Williams, Arizona at 2 taking Marvin Harrison Jr. Chicago at 3 taking Latuda Lata, Latu, Latu, so whatever that is. The defensive end from UCLA. 4, they got Denver taking Drake May.
where do UCLA?
Yeah, that's kind of clever. That's actually funny. 5, they
No, I just
got.
had a sweater off.
I know, no, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't
Oh,
expecting it to be somebody from UCLA, so I was like, ah, that's kind of clever. That's kind of luck. New York Giants are taking Keon Coleman, a wide receiver from Florida State. And then who else? I'll just do the first 10. And then New England's taking Amiris and the offensive tackle. Green Bay, Owalu Fashanu, an offensive tackle from Penn State. Chargers, Brock Bowers, tight end from Georgia at 8. Tennessee, 9. Tyler Gutton, offensive tackle, Oklahoma. And then 10, Jared Verse, defensive end from Florida State. That's like the slated top 10 currently. So
not bad.
once again, that's gonna have influx. And once again, I feel like you said, if Caleb Williams does not do the draft, Drake May will go first to Cleveland. I mean, not to Cleveland, to Chicago. I do see that.
Yeah, I just think when you're looking at Drake May, what he's offering, what we've seen from Drake May versus what Caleb Williams has shown in the past 2 weeks, like his stock is almost dropping. You know what I mean? Like he's performed bad. Like obviously
You
you
know,
don't want to. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but throw pause. I'm not getting into that anyway. Let's move forward. I think Caleb has to be careful with what he wants to do right now because you're only as good as your last game, and his last 2 games have not been great by any means. Notre Dame smoked him. They had him looking like he was seeing ghosts on the field. What do you have 2 or 3 turnovers in the first half? So he, I don't know. I don't know if he wants to go out there and play against one of the better teams that they have left on the schedule just to show that he can do it. Because if he doesn't, and again, like what you're saying, if he goes back because he doesn't want to go to Chicago and he has another one of these outings against a good college defense, teams are going to be like, all right, well, why should we draft you? Why should we waste our time? Especially what he's asking for too, because he wants what stock? He wants part ownership in the team that drafts him. Like he's
yeah, that's
asking for a
crazy.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's
asking
Asking
for
that's
for a
that's
lot.
he's asking for
absolutely
nut
crazy.
shit.
But back to what you were saying about that top 10 draft order. I'm kind of surprised what you said about the Cardinals. I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. I'm surprised because I would think they would probably go after a quarterback instead of a receiver, but I'm also not surprised. I guess maybe they still have faith in Kyler somewhere down the line, but I don't know.
Oh,
I would think they'd go after Kyler.
they put capital in Kyler. They definitely trust Kyler.
I don't know. I can't trust them anymore. I don't know how they do, but hey, it is what it is.
I think when Kyler gets another weapon like D Hop, he'll be fine. Zach Ertz is on his way out. He really don't have any and I won't say that. I'll take that back. I was about to say he doesn't have any weapons because Hollywood is there now. Granted, he's not playing this year. I feel like him there with Hollywood now, Hollywood would be doing excellent in my personal opinion. Um, Zach Ertz would look better if Kyler was playing versus Joshua Dobbs. Joshua Dobbs is what I feel like everyone assumes Kyler was, which is that quarterback. I don't see anything. I'm gonna run. Like, feel like Josh does that more than Kyler does, or Kyler did when Kyler was playing. Kyler at least still look for available options. Josh tucks it immediately when he gets scared. When it gets spooky, he's gone. He's like Shaggy. He's out of there.
Sometimes you have to do that though, because you
Which is fair. But I'm saying if they used to get on Kyler more for that, but I feel like Joshua Dobbs does that more than what Kyler did. Granted, the circumstances that Kyler was in, but even still, I feel like on the runs, Kyler still finds the pass more than Joshua Dobbs does, in my personal opinion. IMO.
Well, that's fair. Bro said IMO. It's been a day of abbreviations, but that's outside of this. That's outside of this. That's a different conversation.
Oh man,
When is Kyler coming back?
Let me check.
That's a great question.
Actually no, because they said the time he's supposed to come back, Call of Duty 3 is dropping or something like that. Some new Call of Duty.
He's not coming back. If that's the case, we won't see him on the field. And if we do see him on the field, bet against him every week.
No, he's still on the pub list. They have him on the pub list still. When he got injured originally, it was what? And they said Cardinals okay with physical risk of Kyler's return, so they're willing to risk him playing. Oh, that's fucking nuts. Yeah, so he went out. I want to say it was like before season started. They have.
Yeah, that's absolutely terrible. But I mean, the Cardinals,
He
regardless,
tore his ACL, didn't he?
Their season's done anyways. Even if Kyler comes back,
Achilles.
there's no chance. They have zero chance.
Yeah, well, at this point, it'd be no purpose to let him play. But if he, like they said, they may let him play if he wants to.
I mean, we'll definitely see what happens with Kyler. But I mean, personally, for me, I don't even think he needs to come back this season. There's no, I don't think there's any chance of them making the playoffs. Definitely no chance of them winning that division. So might as well just sit at home and continue to play Call of Duty on your PlayStation. That's just me. What was that?
And they just said it feels like Murray's return is imminent.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.